is a theater called the Xtra in Alès. Alès in a small town you see on the map near Marseille. It's 1.5 hours far from Marseille, north. And it's near the mountain, massive central mountains. So it's the Cevennes mountains, and my town has an historical past, and with the war called the Camisard War, where the group of men resist to the most powerful army of the world, that one of Louis XIV. So it's Alès is about 40,000 inhabitants. Actually, 20 years ago the population was decreasing, but now it's now increasing. It's an old miner town, and the mine ended 20 years ago. So the town has to face a new destiny. And the Xtra is a big theater located in the center of the town with 3 auditoriums, one of 900 seats, and the other one is 200, and a studio of dance. So we have a very, very large stage of around 25 meters large. So I have a programmation in the year, during the year, the season, about 150 spectacles opening in my theater, with 50 or 60,000 people coming in my theater. But for me, it's not enough, because I think theater is only a box, and you have to invite people to going in that box, to see people, to see artists, but you have to address in a more larger thought, to address to the whole population. So that's why I experimented for years to go outside the theater, to encounter all the population in the schools, in the prison, also in the street. So I started my festival in 1999. Because I want to address larger proposals to the larger audience, and be not dealing with a minority of inhabitants, but with a majority of them, to be an important act in the city, not to be just a theater here with reserved audience. So that's my program. That's my festival, Cratère Surface. It's called Cratère Surface. And 3 main directions for my festival is creation. 50 of the performance I invite to my festival is creation. Second one is international. It's very important creation, because in a city very poor like my city, doing things with their own forces is very important. To prove themselves, they can. So creation is that reason. International, because everywhere now in Europe or in the world have to connect with the world. You can escape from that. That means that I invite 50% of my programmation with international artists. 50%, more than. I think I was the unique French to do that, because there is a lot of companies in France usually. And also, what is very important for me is the territory. You know, I deal with different villages now. I started 2 years ago. I deal with different villages because we are part of the same territory. So it's not just a visit. We organize in the place with the people of the villages the events. So that's my program of the year. Very quickly. That's very important events. I gathered two creators. One dealing with the non-identified objects flying, and the other one is Franz Clochard, who is the inventor, the creator of big machines we can produce with urban sirens. We have produced the sound of an incredible orchestra. And made together, it's been a very, I think, motion show. La figure du gisant, it's one also, it's a choreographer. It's Nathalie Pernet. Years ago, I met Nathalie, and she used to perform inside, and I told her, okay, what you do inside, you can do outside, and it worked very well, and it works very well. That's performing artists from hip-hop. Ivanovich is a clone, but we use beatbox and also to notice what is wrong in the society. So that it's circus performance, very interesting. We two big wheels and a rope in it, and so it was crowded with 3,000 people. And also it's about it's a choreographer. It's about how can we survive after something like a Shoah. So it was a very moving storytelling and dance, and so ever. So after that, there is an opera made Rigoletto, you know, from Verdi, made for street. Okay, it's choreographer. Okay, international. So I'm done.
Your time.
Okay.
You don't want to say anymore?
You know this one is very known. You know, it's Rodrigo Pardo. It's a dance vertical. You know, it's a flat with connected with a building, and it's a very poetic and impressive performance about Borges. It was located in a suburb. People never enter this building, so it was very exciting. That's what I found in Holland. Yes, it's a nice show inside. This one is very interesting because I saw it in Amsterdam, and it's a storytelling and fiction between reality and fiction about an immigrant who lives in a flat with an artist, with a photographer, and there is a relationship between that illegal presence and the artist, and they made an exhibition, and also the person, the illegal migrants, appears in the show and tell us what he thinks of the situations. So we have 2 points of view: this one of the artist and the one of the migrants. Very interesting. So okay, so on. So to have a conclusion, I think my festival actually is going to change, because each year it's a new change. At the beginning, it was only 3 days. Now it's a week, and perhaps next year it will be 10 days. I do not know. It also festival to speak about the reality of what we live, but in a way that other people can understand, can feel. So it's really a moment to share with all the city what we are here now and what we can imagine for the future for my city.